Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I've never really done a video like this before, but I figured because I have not posted in quite some time, I wanted to start off the year with a few things that I've been loving in 2024, and of course I will be using them all in 2025. So I figured I'd share a few of the different items that I thought really worked for me, things that I love, or things that I basically recommend for you all to try out if you are interested in it. So if you would like to see a few of my favorites from 2024, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with the beauty category, and the first item I have are these lashes from Kiss. So these are the Impress press-on falsies, and honestly these have been a game changer for my beauty routine, makeup routine, whatever you want to call it. I honestly love these lashes. I've tried out different brands, but honestly nothing compares to the Kiss Impress lashes. And what is really nice is that it comes with adhesive on it already, so you don't have to worry about gluing your lashes. It does say that this can basically last up to 24 hours, but honestly I'm able to get away with wearing these lashes for about a week. Sometimes maybe not as long as a week. I've gone on vacation wearing them and I had no issues, and of course if one does pop off or I can tell one is coming off, I just put back on another one. They're not reusable unfortunately, but honestly it's really worth it because I would usually wear mascara, but I kind of got lazy taking off mascara, or when mascara would get in your eyes, so I just found using these to get the look that I want is definitely a lot better. I would highly recommend these. The only thing that maybe might be a little intimidating is that you're actually gluing these on or sticking them on underneath your lash line, which I was a little hesitant at first, but honestly ever since I got the hang of it, love them and I can't recommend them enough. The thing that I like about these is that you can kind of mix and match with different styles and you can create your own look, whether you want it to be a little more wispy at the ends, maybe you want something that's a little more bold. You definitely can play around with the different styles. So yeah, definitely recommend these lashes if you would like to try out something new. So the next item that I have is not necessarily beauty, but I guess it does fall under the beauty umbrella because it is skincare, and I basically have this acne treatment from the Inkey list. Now when I was first using this in the beginning, I think I was using it wrong. I wasn't really noticing any differences in my skin, but once I tried using it again, I noticed oh my gosh, this is such a game changer, and it honestly has worked wonders for me. And honestly, even though I've been using it for a majority of the year, I still have quite a bit in here, so a little goes a long way. It basically has salicylic acid in it. It's pretty gentle on the skin. Some people might have a reaction if your skin is very sensitive, but honestly, if you have any active breakouts, or let's say you popped your pimple even though you know you're not supposed to, and you put this on, for me personally, I've noticed a difference where maybe I popped a pimple, whatever the case is, I apply this on, I wake up the next morning and honestly my pimples are either reduced by 50% or they're pretty much flat and dried out. So I've honestly been really enjoying using this. I don't really get much breakouts anymore, but whenever it's at that time of the month, or maybe my skin is just not doing the greatest for that time period, I would honestly just use this, and basically improving the look of my pimples, speeding up the healing process, or just getting rid of them. So moving on to some fragrances. Now this is something that I've been enjoying, kind of finding my signature scent. So I have 3 to show you today. Now I definitely would say these ones aren't necessarily the cheapest, but they're definitely really good investments, and I just love the way they smell. Starting off with my first one, it's by the brand Nest New York, and this is the Golden Nectar. I remember the first time I smelled this and I definitely fell in love with it because it was literally a little sample size that I got from Sephora, and then I eventually started to buy the travel size. I think it's maybe 10 mils, and then eventually I decided, I'm you know what, let me just purchase the big one. Maybe my second bottle that I've used, which is only 50 ml, but overall the scent is just such a beautiful scent. Now if you are into something that is a little bit more sweet, slightly floral, but maybe more on the sweeter side, but not overpowering where it smells like a candy or food, It's definitely very elegant, and honestly, whenever I wear this, I always get compliments, or people are always wondering what I'm wearing. I want to say the scent definitely lasts a long time. This is another perfume that I actually recently purchased. I technically had this scent for quite some time. I had the little sample size, and after wearing it one day, I'm like, you know what, I actually really like this, so I decided to buy it when they did have one of their sales going on. It's a little bit smaller than the one I just previously showed you, but this one is basically the Balinese coconut, and this one is a perfume oil. They do also have this in the body spray, which I am kind of leaning towards getting, but I know the mist won't last as long. This one I would say definitely is also a nice sweet scent as well, but not too sweet. Definitely is a little bit more of like a natural smelling perfume, but still on a sweeter side. I have a love-hate relationship with, because I tend to actually spray my perfume on my clothes, even though I maybe know that's not the most ideal. But for this one, you do have to basically dab it on your neck or your décolleté or maybe your wrist. So you do have to be a little more cautious with this one. I would say maybe the scent does last a little longer. I definitely love wearing it, but I think, I don't want to say it and put it out there, but I feel like this one sometimes over time can bother me, especially since I do kind of have allergies. If I maybe use too much, it can be a little overbearing, but a little goes a long way. So I definitely have to gauge how much I am using on a given day and not overdo it. I guess since I'm so used to like spraying myself maybe more when I'm using perfume versus like with an oil, because it is a little more potent, you really don't need as much, but overall it is still a really beautiful scent. So moving on to my last perfume, and this one is by Christian Dior. This one, another sample that I got, and I ended up just purchasing it because I loved it so much. First of all, the packaging for this is just so beautiful. This one was one of their like gift sets that I decided to purchase. This one comes with the larger size, and then it also comes with the travel size. And what is great that I didn't realize until after is you can actually refill the travel size one, so I think that is perfect. I know this is definitely a lot more expensive than the two Nest one. It definitely is worth it. I feel like you're technically paying also for the packaging and just the way it looks. A lot of people actually recommend this for your wedding day, so I mean, if you have a special occasion coming up, specifically if you are getting married, it is definitely a really nice, beautiful scent to wear on your wedding day. I'd say this one is probably the lightest scent out of the three that I have. It does last long, but maybe it's not as noticeable as the other ones are, but overall definitely a really nice scent to test out. So moving on to jewelry, a brand that I really do love wearing is called Review Heart. I featured them before on my channel. You can also get Moissanite jewelry, which is something that they specialize in. Now this is honestly just such a beautiful piece. I feel like tennis bracelets definitely had their rise in popularity. I feel like it's such a classic item to own, and honestly you can't go wrong with it. It's definitely a timeless piece, and ever since I got mine, I've worn it a ton. I like to wear it dressing up, I like to wearing it dressing down, I like to wear multiple ones. Ever since I got it for myself, I definitely got a lot of compliments. A lot of people thought it was actually real diamonds, or just like really impressed with how shiny and how great the quality is. So I also got it for my mom, so we would be matching. Also have one for my niece. This year is actually like a really big year for a lot of family members because we're hitting like a few milestones with our ages. So I'm really excited to gift her this tennis bracelet. I think she'll really love it. I love mine, my mom loves hers, so I definitely think she will get a lot of great use out of it. Looking on the website, I noticed that they also have it in the necklace form, so that's definitely something I would love to get as well. I think especially for the holidays, it is such a beautiful piece to own or just to have for any special occasion. I also have this other bracelet as well, which I thought is so cute. She loves silver bracelets and silver jewelry in general, so I think this would also be a nice layering piece to add with the tennis bracelet. I also do have a discount code. If you are interested in anything on the website, you can enjoy 15% off. I highly recommend their jewelry because, like I mentioned, it's something that will last long, timeless pieces, and you're getting really good quality. So definitely check out Read Your Heart. Moving on to some fashion stuff, I have quite a few different items that I've been loving when it comes to that category. The first item that I'm actually going to start off with is more so an accessory, and it basically is this little slouch, almost like croissant looking side bag, or you can even use this as a shoulder bag by the brand Sunday Best from Aritzia. This is the Phoebe Bag. I've worn this bag so much ever since I purchased it originally for my vacation trip in May, and ever since that I literally have been wearing it every single day since then. I've gotten such great use of it. Probably needs a good little cleaning, but it's just the perfect little everyday bag, and I just find that it's just so perfect and cute. They also do have a bigger version of this purse if you are interested in it. Unfortunately, this small one has been out of stock for quite some time, and they currently do have a sale going on where you can get one of these purses for a heavily discounted price. They do have many different companies that sell basically a similar style bag. If you're familiar with Uniqlo, they have their own version, which I actually did purchase, and I do want to do a comparison, but I've yet to wear that bag because I've been wearing this one so much. I haven't really been giving any of my other purses a chance to get used. I actually purchased it in this shade, and I figured because it was such a good deal, why not? Definitely shown these already, but I've honestly been wearing them a ton. I always have to tell myself not to wear them so much because I need to give my other shoes a chance to be used. And the first pair I have are my North Face little Mules. Honestly, I wore these so much in the beginning of 2024. Then I kind of migrated to using my Tasman slippers. I would highly recommend purchasing these slippers because they're just such a cozy, comfy shoe to wear, and they come in so many different styles, so many different colors, and I just think they're just like a staple piece to have. Even if you don't want to wear them out, you can of course wear them in. I honestly wear mine literally weekly. Once it starts to get a little colder and it's like officially fall, that's when I bust these out, and then I'll wear them basically all winter long. Same thing goes for the North Face Mules. I've actually compared them to each other, and I kind of gave my preferences when it comes to buying them. So if you are interested to know what are the pros and cons of them, definitely will link that video down below. But overall, I've been wearing them both equally a lot. I've already worn them quite a bit now in 2025, and I will continue to, but overall I just really love these shoes. Now when it comes to warmth, I'll just like briefly say the North Face ones are super warm. Even on like really cold days, you'd be surprised at how warm these would actually keep your feet. Moving on to the last few items I have for my favorites from 2024. Start off with my SuperPuff, another item from Aritzia. Now it actually might look a little different on camera. On camera it might actually look a little more brown, more chocolatey, even though this is the rich mocha brown. Some reason mine, I feel like it's almost like a taupey brown. It's not like a true chocolate brown, which it might look like on camera, but overall, regardless of the color, really love my SuperPuff. I definitely understood why people love them so much ever since I got my first one. Definitely love my SuperPuffs. This is just one of many that I have. This is the shorty style, super warm. I sometimes will wear it without the hood, so currently it doesn't have the hood on it, but yeah, definitely love the SuperPuff. So moving on to a few more items from Aritzia. I'm currently wearing something that I love wearing, and it's basically like their athleisure wear. As you can see, it's one of their hoodies, which is basically their sweat fleece. Now I honestly have always loved like the perfect hoodie, or like the boxy fit, which I'm actually currently wearing, but ever since I discovered the Mega Fit drop shoulder, it's honestly my favorite like oversized hoodie without being too oversized. I always like that look, but I always figured, you know, because I'm already petite, I don't want to look like I'm drowning or like that. It is honestly way too big for me. So when I seen that they came out with this style, the drop shoulder, I was really happy. I bought one, And I ended up buying a few other colors. I basically got the drop shoulder one in a few like staple colors, but I figured in case they don't continue with this style, I at least want to have it in like the basic colors that most people would need. So I have it in like the brown, I have it in a gray, a dark gray, I have it in black. I also have it in the jazz blue, which is honestly stunning, and then I recently purchased it in the white. So moving on to the last item from the clothing category from Aritzia is basically something that I kind of discovered later, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like now I understand why so many people talk about it. And it basically is their Homestretch clothing. So in general, they have many different articles in the Homestretch material. I currently been really enjoying the long sleeves version. This one is kind of in, it's kind of cropped, but it's more so like hitting you at your waist. They have it in like the regular hip style. They also have it in tank tops. They have it in short sleeves. They literally have it in so many different styles, and ever since I discovered I really do like how the ribbed looks on me, I have purchased it in a few different styles. I'm currently wearing it in the square neckline like tank. Honestly, it's so flattering on. I also have it in like the pants. I got it in this like cardigan zip up. I will leave those ones on the screen so you can kind of get an idea what I'm talking about, and I'll try to link them down below providing that they are available. But honestly, this is just such a great staple to have, and now I understand why people love it. It's a good layering piece as well. I decided to get it in a few basic colors, and honestly, ever since I got it, definitely been wearing them a ton, and really recommend checking out the Homestretch line. So that basically completes my favorites from 2024. If there is anything that you are interested in that I mentioned, of course check the description box down below where I will leave links and any discount codes that I may have that you could utilize to get a discount on these items. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye!